Ooh, this is going to be a tough battle. I better use a modern celebrity. I choose you, Shia LaBeouf head. Do it! I just did. Fool! Your modern celebrity is no match for mine. Go, DJ Khaled. Now watch as I power him up with a rare candy.
Another one.
Ah, yep, okay.
Another one.
Oh,
Another one.
he's hungry.
Another one.
Dang it!
What are you waiting for?
Please, you're both wrong. Don't you realise the true power isn't with modern celebrities, but with historical figures? Albert Einstein, I choose you! What do you want me to do? You know, use your psychic powers. Ooh, look, he's using thinking. Alright, I might not look like much, but he's the best at it. Hi, I'm Sam Tucker, and welcome to My Crypto Heroes, the world's biggest blockchain game, where you battle not with Pokemon, but with historical figures, for better or for worse. And best of all, it runs on your phone, so you can be a hero on the bog. Okay, so I know what you're gonna ask. Sam, what the heck is a blockchain game? And did you wash your hands? Well, the answer to both of those is, I'll get to it. But first off, let me give you the basics. This game is an RPG where you play as a team of famous people from the past, like Napoleon, Cleopatra, and Wanky. Okay, some of them are a little more well-known than others. Anyway, you go on quests to, under the ocean, to ancient Antikythera, and on a tangerine, earning you some pretty hardcore items, like this fruit parfait.
You know what else everybody like? Parfaits. Parfaits are delicious.
No!
And you can use those items to power up your team even further, or get this, come closer, you can trade them with other players, because these items and everything you earn in the game is actually worth something. Excuse me. Yes, what will you take for a Pocahontas and a fancy hat? $3? It's worth more than that. Oh, $3. Well, that's Fantasia. Throw in a Shakespeare and we're good to Van Gogh. Yeah. You see, the reason that stuff's actually worth something in this game is because Crypto Heroes is what's called a blockchain game, which, just like Russell Brand, can sound a little complicated, but really underneath it all, it's quite simple. See, blockchain is the same type of system that Bitcoin runs on, and makes sure there's no dodginess going on. And that's why Bitcoin is worth so much. You can't just copy and paste it like the government does with real money. Nah, the blockchain will not allow it. And it's the same thing with blockchain games. Like, say you have an in-game item like, here we are, this sword of impotence. Well, this is your sword. No one can take it from you. They can't copy and paste it. The only way that someone can get a firm grip of your sword is if you trade with them. And because there's only so many of these floppy swords in the game, it's actually worth something, flaccid or no. In fact, stay tuned to the end of the video because I'll be giving away some of the items and heroes that I earned through hard work. Well, they were actually emailed to me from My Crypto Heroes, but rather than give them back, I say we give them away. So stay tuned to the end. Some of them are worth over 100. It's quite cool. But speaking of my team, let me introduce them to you. First, there's Tchaikovski, best known for his ballet, Swan Lake, and his skills with a crossbow. Marie Antoinette, who hides under her classy skirt some courage, poise, and a wisdom dog. Arthur Conan Doyle, who wrote Sherlock Holmes, of course with nothing but an elite, brave musket. And finally, the famous Irish pirate, Anne Bonny. Few men have ever been lucky enough to get a view of her arsenal. Now, like I said, you power up your team by going on quests and fight fantastical foes, like this mushroom. Naturally, their power level appears to be related to how caffeinated they are. Whoa, look out for that formidable frappuccino. And for completing the quests, you get items that have special effects, except the game technically calls them extensions, just to be difficult. I guess it's like if you remember that racing game, where if you do well in that, you get a time extension. Well, if your team succeeds in Crypto Heroes, you get a cow extension, grape extension, cock extension. And I think we could all do with one of those. My favorite, of course, is the wisdom monkey and the Kitai cat. Oh. Of course, your Kitai gives your hero more HP, but also inflicts a little confusion. In fact, he's doing it right now. That's an interesting strategy. Now, when you install the game, it comes in 3 parts. Again, like Miley Cyrus, it tries to be mysterious, but when you get down to it, it's pretty straightforward. First part is the wallet, and this is a lot like your real life wallet, except instead of putting in Australian dollary-doos or American hot dogs, instead you're gonna put in a cryptocurrency called Ethereum. Now, Ethereum is basically Bitcoin's younger brother. And even though Ethereum has done quite well for itself and is quite capable, all the attention for some reason goes to Bitcoin. Ooh, did you see Bitcoin? Bitcoin looks good. Oh wow, was that Bitcoin? Well, shut up. Bitcoin doesn't even know how to play harmonica. Anyway, just like your real life wallet, it starts off empty. The second section is the game itself, with your characters, the quests, you can even battle other players. There's a whole bunch of stuff I didn't even have time to get into. They've even included change parameter growth trend, which is a random selection of dictionary words. And the third section is called Open Sea, which is the option that Moses chose to save his people, while at the same time really screwing over Captain Barbosa. Oh, it's also the marketplace, where you trade your characters and items to get some of that sweet, sweet Ethel. Ether. Anyway, all this money stuff is just a side value thing to the game. It's like, if you like the game, rather than spending money and wasting it on microtransactions, this way, you might actually make a couple of bucks in return. But it's important to remember, none of this is guaranteed. Keep it all in perspective. It is just digital goods. And, you know, to be realistic, the most expensive thing ever to sell in the game so far is Albert Einstein, who only got $10,000. Oh, holy crap, E equals MC Hammer money. No wonder he was so happy. Link in the description, give it a download, try it out, see what you think. And of course, we're doing a giveaway. We're giving away 3 things. You could win an epic Tchaikovski worth about 150 bucks.
It's just the type of item which will be greatly sought after.
A rare Anne Bonny or a brave musket. All you have to do to enter is to create a free account in the game using my referral code QCB_m. It's my maiden name. And then let me know in the comments below who your favorite historical figure is and why. Please don't pick Bixby, his head's big enough. And we'll pick the 3 winners next week. Anyway, again, big thanks to my crypto heroes for sponsoring this episode. And guys, remember, stay funky if you can. SAMTIME signing off.
Subscribe today.
Oh, one last thing, if you have any trouble setting up the game or how any of the systems work, feel free to leave a comment in their Discord server. Me, I've got to go. I've got a very special date and I need to find where I put my extension. Okay, so desperate.
Funk it down.
Okay, so I know what you're gonna ask. Sam, what the heck is this doing here? I'm not sure either. Ooh, I almost forgot, which is weird because this is all scripted. When you download the game, and we'll pick the I choose you, donkey!